Okay, so cleanup crew work is technically not done. However, we do need to move on. I need to start making some forward progress here, especially since the battery in my controller's dying. So I'm going to need myself heading down into this stronghold because it needs a lawful unit, but it has a 78 morale, which means that Bolt couldn't do it. But I also need Morris to take care of the unit that's actually guarding it. So I'm going to need to send him out as well. Come on, controller, work with me here. Right, so I have everybody starting to gather at that stronghold, and Vega is pushing this unit back. In the meantime, I need a very chaotic unit at Garakayo, which would be Wind. So I need to start heading Wind up there. He's going to need some backup, so that's probably going to be Bolt. Alright, Morris. Sick him. I will go ahead and be right there in the meantime. As for these units down here, Inkaseth is going to be helping me with that. Do I want Inkaseth to handle this unit? I don't want Kojiro to do it because he's kind of weakened. So yeah, I'll have Inkaseth do that. Because Vega's not going to catch up at this rate. There we go. Inkaseth. We'll give you some more showtime. Because the only other showtime you've had is being petrified. Yeah, the Cataphract aren't much more physically capable than the Phalanxes. They're just basically exaggerated versions of them. But yeah, this is a very defensive team, and it sort of fills the same niche as Troy's unit. So I might be switching up Troy's unit a little bit. Taking the Phalanx out, I think, is probably what I'm going to do, but who I'm going to replace it with, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I could do that thing I described with the Dragon unit. Have Troy lead it, have a healer back up, Liddell maybe even, and then just have not have a Dragon Master as part of it. Oops, Vega, turn around. Oops. Kojiro. I sense weakness. Ah, good. Vega managed to right her positioning, so she attacks him from the front. Very good. Very good. And then her heal. Yep, everything is coming up my way. And dead. Good. So that's unit completely gone. Nice cleanup there, Vega. Come on, controller. You can survive to the end of this episode. I'm sure you can. Ah, crud. I might end up attacking it before Morris does. Well, Kojiro gets to try and take out this unit. The cockatrices! Oh, shoot! I wasn't paying attention again! And it recovered! Kill it quick! Oh. Kojiro's the only unit that'd be able to pull something like that off. Oh, man. That was close. Alright. So, you've only got Little John left. And I am attacking. Darn it. Oh well, that's okay. I'll get some work done. Morris can clean up, and I'll liberate the stronghold while he's doing so. I keep being distracted by the lights on my controller. I'm using a Xbox 360 controller for PC, and every time the battery is low, it does that thing where all the lights on it sort of flicker a bit to tell you something's wrong, change my batteries. And I don't have spare batteries, I just recharge the ones that are in here, which I have forgotten to do because I am dumb. but I will stop boring you with commentary on the thrilling life cycle of the batteries of my controller and start boring you with commentary on what exactly is happening, which is I killed way too many characters in that unit. So Morris barely gets to do what he does best, which is murder people. But it looks like Morris needs to rest up anyway. And Kotaro's gonna finish this unit off, which I was gonna send somebody else that needed the experience more, but they're soldiers. Not exactly gonna get much experience. And I liked how that Cerberus just kind of jumped straight over the one soldier in the characters group status and just immediately ate both of them at the same time. That's Cerberuses for you. Cerberusi, Cerberuses. I don't know what the plural is, and I don't think I care. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? Asuka. You're the one running away. Why are you running away, Asuka? Haven't even touched you yet. Huh. Well, anyway. Wind. I need you both to liberate and to attack. Alright, Rembel has been liberated. Morris, you're too tired. What's going on here? I never expected you to take it this far. I thought you guys were just a bunch of reprobates. But I believe in you now. Thanks! Thanks. That's encouraging that you think we were reprobates. Alright, Vega and Inkaseth need to start heading forward, as does Leia. And Troy, of course. Alright, everybody's on their way. Bolt's backing up Wind. And Kojiro is finishing off that Centurion unit. Nom nom nom. They're like little tiny chunks of experience. Bite-sized experience candy. Yeah, I'll leave Kojiro there for now. And I'll send myself up to the stronghold as well. There, and now Wind's ahead. I'll start sending Bolt. Hope Wind is chaotic enough, though. It's possible he isn't, because I haven't been doing very well on keeping units chaotic. Everybody tends to get more lawful than chaotic points, and if you've been following along, you know my frustration with the alignment mechanics in this game. And thankfully we got a paralyze on their biggest healer, so now they're in a lot of danger. Also, during the cleanup crew, every time I killed a unit, they start dropping really unique, interesting equipment. So, as I've been saying, I recommend you kill every unit you can within reason, because the equipment you're getting will improve your characters at this point. They've stopped giving you equipment randomly that is purely for class upgrades, because you probably don't need them by this point. Except for, of course, Valiant Mantles, but they never give you enough of those. Alright, I'll send Kojiro there. I still need to clean this group up, but I think Morris is going to handle that. Come on, Wind. Wow, that's a lot of priests! Liberty Garukayo. Well done, Wind. Look at all those priest units. What is this a convention of some kind? Did I miss something? Is this the PAX East of priests? Mountains of Capitrum are tall and beautiful. Legends say they were created by Mother Birth for her return to the heavens. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Who knows? Don't know who this Mother Birth is, but you guys seem to be like talking about her a lot. I wonder if that's their equivalent of a god. Or goddess, I guess, in this case. Morris needs more rest. Are you gonna run? Like, are you gonna undispatch? No, you're not. Ujian is the leader of this area. 2 Freyas, 2 Paladins, and a Priest, so a fully upgraded unit. Don't underestimate them. Alright, Morris, you've rested enough, and that unit has been running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Do something about that, would you? Once everybody's there and rested up enough, I'll just charge them in. I won't worry about the rest of the units. And we still have Bad Guy watching our backs. That unit needs to level up some. I'll put them through some training in between episodes, I think. Alright, everybody give me your message that you've arrived at the destination. And finish you off. Guard. Now slice them to ribbons, boys. And ladies, finish them off. A little overkill, but I'm not going to complain. A win is a win, after all. And good alignment down because the sorceresses weren't having their alignments correct, as usual. They've been a constant source of annoyance with the alignment system, those two. Alright, give everybody a time to gain some fatigue back. Let's double check. Actually, nobody really needs it except Inkaseth. So I'll just start sending everybody in. No rhyme or reason to it, just go down the list. Attack Stronghold. I would be concerned about all these units that I'm leaving behind, probably 2 of them, but I'm not terribly concerned because it's just really a headache when you have to deal with all these extra... Kodro, of course, is gonna hang back. It's just really a headache when you're right at the end Stronghold to try and loop them around in the right areas so that they don't stay at the Stronghold. And because if they're at the Stronghold and you keep attacking to try to kill a specific unit, eventually you're just going to fight the leader as opposed to the unit you're after, and if you accidentally kill the leader, you just end it. So that's my exception to the kill every unit you see rule, is when they're just too grouped up at the end, unless I make a specific note that there's some equipment I want from the unit, and I haven't made a note. That said, I usually only make a note if it's like specific required equipment or limited edition equipment, and I don't consider just like equipment that powers up your characters without giving some extra benefit. Like if it's just a better version of the Baldur Sword, I can live without it. And for the sake of not cutting out half the content of an episode for 2 different cleanup crew sessions, I try to avoid doing that. Alright, well that unit's nice and weakened. I'm gonna step back. Once again, I keep forgetting my unit doesn't need experience. I should be the last in line. Alright. That's good. That'll do a lot better. Now, send my unit in. At the back of the line. Everybody else gets their turn. Is it just me, or did it look like the boss of the stronghold is coming out to meet me? I don't think that's the case, but it might be, so I should be careful. Thunder Flare! Zappy zappy! Good, so she either has to heal herself or heal the frontline berserker. But she can't heal both because of the way AI works in this game. Good. I'm okay with that, because I need to break through that frontline berserker. And now I can hit the last 2 characters in your unit. Bolt's unit needs to level up because his cleric needs to become a priest. And pretty much every unit needs to level up somewhat because they almost every single one have a non-upgraded character somewhere in there. Troy's unit's behind mostly by virtue of having advanced master classes that are really hard to get. Speaking of, Troy, why don't you intercept? Ujian. Oh, there's 3 units on that stronghold. Wow. Is that entirely necessary? All these priest units? Yeah, I'm not going to break through this unit very well. Not with bolts. Bolt has limited magical capabilities. And it's all going to be used on the priest. So, though if she focuses healing on herself and not the golems, I'll have a better chance. But she won't because of 1 hit point of difference. Remember, priests and clerics, their AI tells them to heal the person with the lowest hit points. Not lowest percent, not lowest max, just lowest hit points. I think it does ignore max, actually, health. So like if someone has less max hit points than someone else has, then someone else has at the current time, but they've still lost hit points, they'll probably go for the one that's lost hit points still. It won't make the cleric useless in that situation. And I probably should have used an elemental Pedra. I've got 3 in reserve, and I haven't used any yet. Alright, Troy, get your hits in. Yay! Hopefully that'll get me an item, because you should... Even Troy's unit should be able to kill somebody in this fight. There we go. Yep, this will do nicely. And healing for no reason. Because why not? Yes, I'm very proud of you. You healed good. And now you die good. Give me your stuff. Yeah, level up. Woo! And Vad, like I've said before, Vad's as strong as he's gonna get, class-wise. So, champion statuette. Ooh, a free level for someone. Sick 'em. Now I just have to break through like 3 priest units. And here's one that we've met before. And you're fully healed. Why were you facing away from me? Now you die. It's something I hadn't been able to accomplish up until now. Healing. Healing! I wish I had a way to increase the damage of Freya's magical attacks better than what I do now. I need to give them more caster equipment and ignore some of their defensive stats. But without access to things like spellbooks and wands like the casters have, they just can't increase their magical stats very much. Like their helmet is the only thing you can use to increase their magical stats. I think I have all the caster Freya characters with special headgear. Uh-oh. Tell me, what is your definition of revolution? Is it to win battles? You say it's the right of the strong to rule over the weak? If that's the case, then don't expect the weak to remain so. I don't want a revolution. I don't want an uncertain future. I don't want to suffer. I'll protect the happiness that I have right now. And of course, my parents' dog has been barking throughout the entire time I had to read that monologue. Thank you, parents' dog. Alright, well, thankfully, since we've attacked them from the side because reasons, we should be able to do something about this. That dog is going to drive me nuts. I'm sorry, folks. This isn't something I can cut out of my audio because it's being interspersed with my actual talking, and there's no way to separate the different tracks somehow. This usually doesn't happen. He's usually a quiet dog. He's just being a brat right now because he can. Time to use an elemental Pedra. Pedra Bane because it's fun. Floating giant eyeballs, kill them all. And dead. Too bad. This is the end of your revolution. Lotus Empire sent the troops here. This is the end of Palatinness. Oh, that's right. Up until this point, we, in canon, we don't know that Lotus is in charge now. That might have been the last hint we needed. And we got investment of water. We got a lot of equipment, actually, from this fight. So I'm going to be having some time in between where I adjust that. Wow, I can't believe this. Lotus, the Holy Lotus Empire force is finally here. What are we going to do? We can't just... Everybody remain calm. So joining the Revolutionary Army, we knew this was inevitable, right?
Lotus's prime objective must be to eliminate us, the Revolutionary Army. They will block contact with the Eastern Orthodox Church, cutting off reinforcements. Wait a moment. They could elect the Eastern Orthodox Church as their primary target instead.
I don't get it, Hugo. Why would Lotus attack the Eastern Orthodox Church? They haven't done anything yet.
It is a common tactic to defeat the enemy one group at a time. The Eastern Orthodox Church is the smallest military and therefore easiest to defeat, and doing so will leave us standing alone.
We haven't received any reports on Lotus's activity, but the matter will only worsen if we remain idle. We must contact the Eastern Orthodox Church. We need to gain their support, but we can't endanger them. Now there's a puzzle. How do we contact the Eastern Orthodox Church without endangering them? Huh. Please stand back, Sir Knopf. Archbishop Orderon? What's happening to that Freya?
The devil has possessed her.
Oh dear.
Sir Knopf?
Ah! Iria, stop! I'm sorry.
Oof, that couldn't have been easy. The devil possessed the Birth Sentinel. The Archbishop had a pact with the devil. The Eastern Orthodox Church is the servant of the Netherworld.
That is a very bad sign! Oh. Is the Eastern Orthodox Church doing that? Or is this more Lotus treachery? We've seen it before. It wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for them to do it again. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll